This is an animated short film called Whisper the Sparrow and the Wine That Listens. Scene 1. Whisper sits on a silent branch high up in the tree. Below her, other birds chirp and sing their joyful songs. But Whisper stays silent. Her eyes, though, tell the story. They long to sing, but she's too afraid to make a sound. Text on screen: she had a voice. She just didn't know it mattered. Voiceover: Whisper had a voice, but silence felt safer. She thought her truth was too small to be heard. Scene 2. Then one day a gentle wind swirled around her. It rustled the leaves and whispered through the trees. The wind glowed faintly as it danced around Whisper, letting her know it was there. Text on screen: the wine didn't speak. It listened. Voiceover: the wine didn't speak. It didn't push, it simply listened, and Whisper felt seen. Scene 3. Taking a deep breath, Whisper tried to speak, but as soon as she opened her beak, her voice trembled. What if her song wasn't good enough? What if the others laughed at her tiny voice? Text on screen: truth doesn't need to be loud, just real. Voiceover: truth doesn't need to be loud, it needs to be real. And Whisper's first word was her own name. It wasn't a beautiful song, but it was real. And as she said it again, a soft glow filled her chest and she felt lighter than air. Scene 4. The wind, so happy to hear her song, carried her words across the valley. They danced among the flowers and trees, touching every leaf and flower until it reached the other birds. Text on screen: when you speak your truth, the world listens. Voiceover: when you speak your truth, the world listens. Not because it's perfect, but because it's yours. Scene 5. At first, the other birds stopped singing to stare at Whisper. But as they listened to her song, something inside them shifted. One by one, they joined in, each singing their own truth. The sky filled with a chorus of unique songs, and every bird glowed differently, beautifully. Text on screen: one brave voice unlocks many. Voiceover: one brave voice unlocks many. Whisper's courage became a song others didn't know they were allowed to sing. Scene 6. As the sun peeked over the horizon, painting the sky with colors of hope, Whisper flew into the wind. Her wings spread wide, catching the wind that lifted her higher and higher. The wind swirled around her like a ribbon, carrying her song far and wide. Text on screen: speak, heal, fly. Voiceover: speak, heal, fly. Your truth is the wind beneath your wings. Thank you for watching. Visual: Whisper perched on a glowing branch, wind gently swirling. Text on screen: like and subscribe to hear more voices that matter. If Whisper's story reminded you of your own, show your support. Let's amplify those voices together. Thank you.